What's up, it's George Fragrance Apprentice here with another exciting fragrance review. Today we're going to be looking at the wonderful house of Hugo Boss. Now, like many mainstream designer companies across the world, Dolce & Gabbana, like many mainstream designer companies like Dolce & Gabbana, Gucci, all the rest of them, they put out a lot. It's a lot more about quantity than quality, shall we say. But with many of the companies that I just said, a lot of them have really well respected classics. For example, Hugo Boss, they've got Boss Bottled. No, that's it. But that's besides the point. They are going to finally make a really good one in amongst all the sort of the rubbish that they do put out. And for me, I do believe that Hugo Red is actually a very, very good and well worth your time fragrance. So let's get into it. So, would I like this? Would you like this? What type of personality, what type of taste would go with this fragrance? So I'd say if you're energetic, if you're youthful, if you have a swing in your step, that's not the phrase, is it? That's completely wrong. If you have a spring, God, if you have a swing. If you have a spring in your step, if you love life, if you enjoy it, yeah, those great college student education, high school, perfect for that kind of thing. For people who have a sweet tooth, especially, I think that if you're a big fan of Rochas Man, this is something that you could really enjoy in the summertime. But yeah, it's fruity, it's bubbly, it does have a bit of a bubble-gummy kind of thing, but we'll get into that with the scent. And it's not that obnoxious. So there's a lot of positives, there's a lot of good things going for this scent. So if any of what I just said interests you, then listen ahead and we'll go deeper into the review. So presentation, bottle and the box, there you go. Of course, very, very red, which is good. It's what you see is what you get. This is of course based upon the original Hugo bottle design, which is that of a military alcoholic flask. I really like that. I like the little detail there that you have to turn it to get it open. Sprayer is excellent. Look at this. Wow. Heavy mist. Really good. So yeah, really solid presentation. I like it. It's nice. It's uniform. It's a good one to have on your shelf, and very simple and has a nice theme to it. So there's not too much. There's nothing too complicated about the presentation. All I can say is that yeah, it looks really good. I'm proud to have it in the cabinet to show it off. It looks nice. It looks pleasant. So with the overall presentation, I'd give it an 8 out of 10. Yeah, I think that's a fair rating. So with Hugo Boss Red, there are realistically there are two stages, but they last quite a long time, and they're very strong phases of the smell. So you know usually how I do it. I've got something sprayed on here. I sprayed this on about a good hour and a half actually. So I'm going to spray one on my left side here, and I'm going to paint a picture for you with everything here. So let's get a good spray on. Look at this mist. I love this. Bam. That's good. That's a good mist. So yes, the first stage is red. It's a red sweetened fruits. So there's a few interesting elements here. The first thing is you get a very subtle bitterness, which is definitely grapefruit. And the grapefruit's used in a lot of mainstream fragrances, but I think that this fragrance actually pulls it off. I'm a big fan of grapefruit. I have it in juices and stuff like that, and that actually smells like a real grapefruit, not like a crazy synthesized grapefruit. But it's subtle. It's not as insanely tangy and bitter as a normal grapefruit would be. There's also heavy note of rhubarb in this, and that gives it like a sort of an almost kind of like an earthy tone to it, like a very sweetened, earthy tone to it, and that could be that could be mature. That's really going to spread the age range out to mid-30s, potentially even into your early 40s, because it does have a mature, earthy tone to it. So you've got that grapefruit, you've got a bit of pineapple, you've got a good citrus balance. It is simple, but it's pleasant, and it works. It doesn't overstock itself. There's a few subtleties in here as well. There's a kind of an amberic vanilla kind of smell, and maybe one could say tonka in the base. Just there's a slight gourmand thing going on. So you got the gourmand kind of thing in the bottom, giving it a bit of life. Then you get this earthiness to it. And then you have the citruses up top, which are quite bitter, like a sweet and sour kind of a thing. So that's really great. I really enjoy that. People love it. It's very energetic, and people give you a lot of compliments at this point. So second stage, which is here. So at this point, the rhubarb just completely takes over. That earthy tone really sort of takes over, and it becomes almost like the gourmand comes into center stage, and the citrus. So it's kind of reversed itself in a way. The citruses are now at the bottom. You have the rhubarb still in the center, but you have like the more gourmandy touches coming up and coming forward. So it's good, but it still works. It's like a reverse. It's an introverted kind of style. Really good, really pleasant. Simple enough, but good. Really good. You get what you pay for, and everybody's happy. So in that sense, I really like it. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It doesn't try to do anything ridiculous or fancy, but it isn't. You couldn't really call it simple. It's not just a CK1 summer where it's just bland as anything. So I would respectfully give this scent a really good solid 8 out of 10 as well. Like I said, just very much what you see is what you get, and it's really great. 8 out of 10, chaps. Performance is similar to what I mentioned with the scent. It doesn't overstay its welcome. I wouldn't mind a bit more out of it, but it's good. The projection is, I'd say, you get a really reasonable scent cloud. It's nothing too massive. If it was louder, then it could really be good in autumn. I think this would make it a really good autumn fragrance. You can wear this on the fringes between the cusp between summer and autumn, but in the more colder weather, it doesn't really do it. But it's good. So projection in the summertime is good, and you get a good scent cloud. People do notice you, and people do come up to you, and they enjoy the fragrance. So I'd give it a 6 out of 10 with projection. In the summertime, you could actually push that up to an 8. Longevity, however, is different. You get a very long haul with this fragrance. I'd say about 8 to 10 hours actually. By the 5th to 6th hour, it becomes more like a skin scent, but it's still definitely there. And when you delve in and you poke your nose in, you can definitely smell it. I think that this fragrance is a type of fragrance that would radically change depending on the person who's wearing it. So this is me giving you my experience with it, but I think that this could be a bit of a shocker. I think certain people watching this could wear it and it'd just be like exploding out from them, really projecting out, and other people could wear it and hardly notice that it's there. But that's probably mainly due to the amount of chemicals that have gone into making this fragrance. But for me personally, projection 6 to 8 out of 10 depending on the weather, and longevity is an 8. A good solid 8 out of 10. So my final thoughts and my final rating is, I've been wanting to review this since it came out actually. I've been wanting to review this since before I actually had a YouTube channel, because I was really surprised by it, and I just thought it was such a nice and pleasant, good casual fragrance, and my opinion of that has not changed. It can really reflect a certain state of mind that I have when I feel very energetic and bubbly. I just slap this on. So yeah, it's really great. I have a real fondness for it, and if you are like me, and if you are into sweetened, fruity kind of smells, with a bit of an earthy, maybe musky tone to it, this could be right up your alley. I don't think it's a masterpiece or anything like that, but it's definitely one of the best, one of the better casual fragrances that have come out in the past 5 years, and that's being honest. Definitely one of the best things that Hugo Boss has ever produced, and just really great if you're looking for a new, energetic, casual signature scent. For those reasons, I cannot recommend it highly enough. So my final rating for Hugo Boss Red would be a good, solid, well-deserved 8 out of 10. So there we go. Hope you've enjoyed this review. Hope you've got all the information that you were looking for, and I'll be seeing you very soon. Until next time, I'm the Fragrance Apprentice, and I'm out.